Greetings everyone and welcome. We are going to do a quick tutorial here in TerraFirmaCraft, or more accurately, TerraFirmaGreg Modern 1.20.1. Basically, we're going to talk about prospecting picks and how to use them. So prospecting in TerraFirmaGreg Modern 1.20.1 and general rules of prospecting. Basically, we use the prospecting picks to find ores that we want to mine. The general rules for this is when we right click on a block with the prospector's pick, it has a chance to return if there is something within range of it. And in general, that range is plus minus 12 blocks in all directions of the block that you right click on. This is an example of the range that it covers from that center point that I'm focused on. Now, it does not always return a true value. As you can see in my hotbar and on the board here, there are 9 different prospector's picks that you could make: copper, bronze, bismuth bronze, black bronze, wrought iron, steel, blue steel, red steel, and black steel. And in order: 76% accuracy, 82, 82, 82 for all the bronze, wrought iron is 88, steel is 94, and in the last 3, blue steel, red steel, and black steel are always 100% accurate. If you look here, there's still nothing within range, which is not surprising because we're pretty high up. So basically what the accuracy means is it may return nothing when indeed there is something. It will not always return a true value, but it will not return a false positive. For instance, if copper is found, it will, if copper is, like if it says copper is found, it won't be, there won't be nothing there within that range. It will indeed be copper. The higher up you go, the less likely you are to get a false negative. Let's do I don't want those in there. I want these down below. Let's do an example of how this works actually when mining. Those here, I got some lanterns and stuff to basically give some example. Now, as the longer you play, the more you get used to seeing patterns on the map. Like for instance, that is likely some copper there. Right here, we likely have some tin, maybe some iron mixed in. But if we look, we can see like it goes from here to here to here to here. For the purpose of this example, we're going to go right here. So we should see some rocks on the ground. And we know from here that if we go for this example, you can see that there are minerals on the surface. This has a larger range vertically than our prospector's pick. So we know we're looking for, actually we will start here. Or basically tin. So let's go right here and we will start digging down. And I'm going to stay in creative for this so I don't have to go and refill and unload, but you'll want to have a decent mines operation figured out. I personally, spade. Let's get the spade. I personally prefer to start off with a spade. Don't need lights or those yet. And then I want just some solid block. For this purpose, let's use bricks. And then we want a ladder. Or we want ladders. We want solid non-gravity or gravity independent blocks and then ladders so we can get back up. And so what I normally do is, obviously I mess up and as I'm starting, and I go like that, and I just work my way down until I get to, okay, we're at a gravel layer. And now we're at a stone layer. So now we would switch to our mining hammer to keep going down. Keep it in mind, you probably want to get the ladder going down as well. So we are in the first layer of stone. What we want to do is we want to go down far enough. Again, use the right tool. And what we're going to do is we're going to go like that. So that we can just go this. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, I've gone down 20 layers. That's a pretty good amount to start off with. Obviously, I'm flying here. You wouldn't be flying in survival, obviously. I don't want that. I'm just doing this so you can see by example how I personally start a mine. After I go down so many or so, right now I'm at 42. This is usually a good spot for me to start my mines. We're going to use this as an example. So, Z42. I have any signs? Sign. Let's do a sign. Doug fir sign. Sure, why not? So, Z42 at my feet. So this is Z43. E equals 43. And so what I normally do is I will set up like this. And I usually leave one in the middle. But since we have the lanterns for this example, I'm going to close it. Don't need the spade anymore, so I'm going to go like this. I've already filled up this with olive oil. Could have sworn I did. Oh, hang on. Let me go back here real quick. Teleport here. See, this is why I left the barrel up. Game mode, survival. Give me that. Game mode, creative. Teleport. Okay, we're back. There we go, that's better. And then I can just light it up. There we go. So we know that tin is generally in this direction because we're going to base it off that direction. So we're going to base it off of what we know of this terrain and what values are here. We saw the tin on the surface. So we're going to start digging that way. Let's move this out of the way. Put that there. Close that. Move that. And we want our supports. I have a lantern on my back, so I don't need to have these active. Actually, I can probably just grab you in the lit state. Not the lit state. Okay, never mind. Just grab some torches. That'll make things a lot easier. Okay. There we go. And so now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up our support. We're going to go using the supports because we don't want cave-ins. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course we get a cave right away. I'm going to ignore that this is a cave and keep going. 2, 3, 4. Set up our support. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's take a look with our bronze prospector pick, which again, only 82% accurate. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Probably won't get anything until we get closer. We are going south. And we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do a test. Oh, I don't know what that sample is. Trace S13. Oh, got some gems. Okay. Probably what that is. That is not what we're interested in. We're interested in this case for tin. I'm going to keep going. There's 4 again. 4 again. Now we're here. Hi. Good thing I'm in creative right now. Or you would wreck me with your thing. Your javelin. Well, I found the S13. That was not my intent. Let's go ahead and take a look. S13, very large, grossular. Grossular. Another gem. Okay. Hi. You have to be around me? Considerate. So when it says it found nothing, obviously we have stuff near us. So that's one of our false negatives. Tantalite, pyrosolite, grossular. Yeah, there. I'm going to keep going because we're looking for the considerate. And there we go. Take a look. Tantalite. Oh, stop that. Get this out of my hand. And let's get... There we go. That's better. And where am I in relation? Okay, I should be near. I can base it off of this and start going this way. Let's see if we actually see any traces. No? Okay. We know that it is that way just based off of the surface. So let's go ahead and... I did not space this out far enough. We need to go more. Get rid of that. I find it better if I actually mark it out. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go this way now. Get our supports in there. Still not far enough. And grossular, pyrosolite. It's a really big vein of whatever that stuff is. I have not used it yet, so I'm not familiar with it. Again, we do our supports. Anything? Nada. At least not that it's reporting. Where are we based off surface? We should be seeing it here momentarily. Nothing. Okay, we'll keep going. Hi. Go away. That's considerate. But we must still be too high up. So if that's the case, since we know we're kind of in the center of it, let's go down. And so what we'll do is when I want to go down, since mining goes in a 5-block radius, I'm going to set 5-block radius left, right, side to side, but 2 blocks, 1, 2, down. I go like this, and I go boom, boom, and then that one. That'll get rid of that, but not cause a cave-in. Do it again. 1, 2. Get rid of that. And again. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do this one more time, and then I don't have to do that every single time. 1, 2. Again, make sure you bring enough ladders to get back up. Now we can go like this. We don't need to do that every single time now because we are more than 5 blocks away, which is what it checks for a cave-in. Let's check this first. Garnet sand. Sand? Asbestos? Okay, let's go down a little further. So again, for each floor I recommend going 4, so pretend this is a floor. In fact, we'll just do this. We'll say our thing is here. Let's get this in my offhand. It's being fickle. There we go. So we'll go 1, 2. I borked. Hang on. I know we're in creative, so let me just fix this real quick. I did it too far over this way. Yeah, I need to go over 1. There we go. Don't do what I did. Go over an extra block. Don't put this block to begin with, because you want to center it. Now we're 4. Check. We're still getting the same thing. I want to get readings of 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Well, obviously we found it. Cassiterite sand. Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay, when it's saying sand, very large samples. Okay, I was mistaking that. But we can use this as an example. Found cassiterite sand. So this, depending on how big the vein is, let us make a support. And we want to see where it ends, basically. So let's go out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just pick one direction. 1, 2. Whoops. 3, 4. I'm just destroying it for now because we're just basing it off for that one example. I don't need to gather it. I don't need to gather it. Okay. So spiral light. Okay, I want to see garnet sand. No. Cassiterite sand. Very large. Okay. Found a large sample. Very large. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mark, this is the first layer of very large cassiterite sand. All right. In this direction. Now we're going to do the same in this direction. Knowing full well we have it right there, but that's okay. Slate, okay. So there's our second stone layer. Now let's just take a look. Large sample of garnet. Very large cassiterite, very large cassiterite. Let's keep going. We're going to go down till we see just large sample. Found a large sample. Very large sample, large sample. Very large sample. So right here. We don't need to go beyond this. Oh. There we go. Let's fix that so we don't get interrupted. So now what we have to do is find the middle point between those, which it looks like we actually did pretty well. So it's 1 beyond that. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Ironically, this is the center. Well, that's the center. So we're going to dig out this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Very large. Keep going. Yeah, there. Come on, doesn't go from that to nothing. Okay, let's just dig one at a time, or go down 4. It might have been the end, but it's unlikely. Okay, very large sample. Very large sample. And let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get our supports in, and we'll do some testing. Found a large sample. Very large sample. Large. Large. Very large. So we're going to say right here. We might not actually be fully centered on this, which is great. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go at least 2 and see if we can get a reading further out. Just to save a little bit of time. Garnet. Okay, very large sample still. Let's go another full set. Okay. We'll take some samples. Right, again, we're right-clicking. Yeah, there. Medium. Okay. Medium. Very large. Large. So right here. So again, outer edge, inner edge. So let's see, 1, 2. So it's about right here is our middle. Go 1 this way. And that'll get us our middle. Yeah, it's based off of right there. So right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and change. 1, 2. Right there. That's our middle. I know there's one there. So it's going to give us very large. But say that wasn't there. Say we didn't actually see that. And what we want to do is we want to actually extend this so we can actually dig down a couple. 1, 2. And then we would actually get, we started up higher. We would do that till we got down to where we saw it. Now that we see it, we can actually set up our mine. I'm gonna do this. A little riskier, but like, okay, save right there. We found it. So now we would set up our actual mine. There we go. And now we can dig at this level. Let me just make sure all these are. So now we'd set up our mine. We start digging stuff out. We found the one we're looking for. You saw we just went in 4 directions to find the center point. Once we knew the center point, we just went down. But again, I usually start around 43 or so. Let's see if we see it. Asbestos, garnet sand. Okay. So garnet sand. Cassiterite sand. Did I see cassiterite sand up here? Yeah, there. Yeah, there. There we go. Medium sample of cassiterite sand. That's 35, 33, 33. But basically, go around, you go to where you know you want to be on the surface to make things a lot easier for yourself. Just find those surface ores. You can start digging down from the surface ores, save yourself a lot of time. If you can, center yourself to the surface ores. Look, we're actually pretty much in the center. If I go here, look at this. We are centered pretty much to this whole node. Do one more actually. Let's take a look right here. Garnierite. So let's just go ahead and start with that. We'll break that out of there. We probably won't get anything on the surface here because we're so high up. But if we go down to say, 40. So 1, 2, 3. That's raw. Okay, so we'll break it here. 3. Yeah, there. 5. Oh, you know what? I don't care. We're going to get a cave in. Okay, so 49. Let's see if we hear anything or see anything. Oil sands. Nothing. It's all oil sands. Let's keep going. There. Let's check that. Garnierite, medium sample. So let's go down to 40 and we'll start from here. Okay. What do we got? Medium of cobalt, large cobalt, large sample of garnierite. Okay, let's go this way. We're going to start off going east. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go out 2. There we go, like that. And now we'll do some readings. Medium. Large. Okay, so we got to go this way. Because we want to see very large. We still have medium on here? Large, okay. Large of cobaltite. Medium of garnierite, okay. We had a large of garnierite over here. Okay. Large. Medium. Okay, so we know from this, about right here, is our vertical value to go to large, so medium to large. So we know we got to keep going down. Knowing that, we know we got to go this way as well. What we don't know is that way or that way. So let's go down first. Go down a couple here. 2. Do that. I just don't want things breaking on me. And we'll go down a couple more. 1, 2. And so now we know we got to go east. Okay. East. There we go. That'll work. there's 4. Take some readings. Very large of, okay, we're down far enough. Now we want to find large sample, very large of garnierite. Okay, so we are getting closer. Just go this way now. We'll go, oh shoot. See, that's what happens if you don't do it right. And now it's gonna cause issues, and this is gonna be fun. That's okay. I hear shifting. I'll just clean this up real quick. There we go. All right, so let's see here. So we got very large, small. Pop that. Found large sample of garnierite. Okay. Garnierite. That big of a thing, I don't think. Yeah, there. Okay, we know that's large, so we're gonna just say probably here. We got very large over here, and then it goes to large. So going this way, cleaning this up. We're gonna go this way. Okay, let's set that up there. That should clean that up at least. Then we go over. There's 4. Let's see if this is about right. And it won't make a difference if you click the same one over and over. So let's see. Oil sands, nickel, oil sands. Very large. Okay, let's keep going. Pop that. Cobalite. Garnierite. Very large still. Go a little further. Like that. Get ourselves a little support block there. Now we'll check. Found a large. Very large. So right in here somewhere, we're going to say right there. Hi. But we not deal with you guys. We got that way. We got this way. We're going to say between these areas are our middle. Okay. Yeah, we're about right here. Now we go this way. Let me make sure I have a support here. 3, 4. And we check. Cobalite. Nickel. Large. But we actually didn't have to go very far on this one. Now let's go this way. Cobalt, cobalt, large. So we are actually like right in here. So now we just have to go down far enough. Review. A lot of unsupported blocks. Let's just get those supported real quick. Okay. And so now we should be able to just go straight down. 30? Very large of garnierite. We should be seeing it soon. Oh, got cobalt. Okay, we're going to go this way. We're just going to get some supports in here. There's a lot of caves over here. Nickel, pentadite, garnierite. You can see we weren't far off. There's probably some over in here too. So let's go ahead and break down some stuff. Again, we're around 26, 30, somewhere in there. Let's go ahead and do this. And there's garnierite. So again, around Y30 or so, when the vein probably starts for some of them. But you can see you get multiple things. So if you find one node of something, it'll probably lead into another because there's a lot of stuff mixed together. There's 2 examples of it leading together. I hope that has been helpful. But if not, I apologize. It should be helpful though. Anyway, have a good one, everyone, and I will see you next time.